Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Salt Lake City Snowhawks expansion franchise here on Madden 25. That's right, an expansion franchise that we have formed here on Madden 25. Now we're going to see how we can build this team up over the coming seasons. Not an easy task here to start it off with this expansion franchise as we're here on the road in Buffalo, taking on one of the AFC favorites in the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, one of the best overall players in the entire league, and a tough task for our expansion defense here as we're going to have to try and stop him. So a little background on the expansion team. I have a system, and I'll drop a link to a video that I have previously dropped that kind of shows, a tutorial of how to build your very own expansion team here on Madden 25. And we're just going to do a slow sim franchise here, a new series to the channel. I highly encourage you to subscribe and follow along as we're all about team building here on this channel, and we'll see how we do. So now at the opening kickoff as we're underway here in Buffalo, Josh Allen out there, an MVP candidate this season. You would have to think he wins at least one or two throughout his career, and hopefully a Super Bowl ring. That's more so on his mind than the MVP hardware. 97 overall, very strong arm. As I think here now, we'll just go to next quarter here on the slow sim. So we're going with 12-minute quarters, all pro, 18-second runoff. And I have not played any Madden this entire season, so we'll see how it goes. Josh Allen on the first dropback of the year as he hits his man over the middle. A big hit from Jalen Thompson, although that's Ray Davis, the rookie out of Kentucky, hanging on there through the big contact as he gets a touch here before James Cook. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. They go play action. Now I'm just going to go towards the sideline there, as that's going to go for 4. So our expansion team kind of, built from an island of misfit toys, if you will. Just a lot of veteran role players, a few higher overalls we were able to get in that expansion draft. And as I said, I dropped a link if you're interested in checking out the whole process of how I went about building this expansion team. But our St. Louis Snowhawks at a 71-72 overall. So obviously we have a lot of work to do before we compete. Our Snowhawks enter this game, we'll call it a 20-point underdog, and I feel pretty confident that Buffalo is going to cover here. As you see, Allen just kind of ripping us apart here in the first couple dropbacks as an injury there for Buffalo early on. And again, this is the week 1 season of the week 1 of the 2024 season. Injury does not look too good there for Buffalo, losing a lineman early on. Now just barely, not even 2 minutes into this week 1 game. Now another quick drop back, a quick hit there. Finds the tight end as they move the chains. That one for 10 yards to Dalton Kincaid. Already 2 catches on this opening drive. Another injury time out there. So already I kind of see that I probably need to turn that slider down. Now man in motion. Allen, another drop back, going all passes here to start the day. As again he hits his man there on the outside for the first down. Now inside the red zone, trying to open this game with a touchdown. Buffalo out there empty. Allen on the drop back, patience in the pocket, hits his man there at the sideline. Another good hit as Allen now over 60 yards passing, just picking apart our defense. That's Coleman, his first career catch. The rookie, high draft pick, now 1st and goal inside the 10. Buffalo moving the ball at will here. Another pass here as they try to set up the screen, and that's going to be the first incompletion. So some players on our defense: Solomon Thomas at D tackle, our highest overall though, Landon Roberts at middle linebacker, our expansion pick from Pittsburgh, as Solomon Thomas right on cue, one of the captains on defense. Selected him from the Jets in the expansion draft. I like his versatility, his strength and athleticism up front. Now a 3rd and goal, a stop here would be huge based on how Allen was just kind of surgically ripping us apart. Now 3rd and goal. Pass rush almost got home, gets his man as he'll be stopped short. Keon Coleman, 3rd catch. So I think that one I said was his first was actually his 2nd. And Jamal Adams, the free agent safety we brought in to play strong safety. And now Buffalo, a field goal attempt here, a chip shot for 22 yards to get the ball rolling as that kick is up and it's good. As we'll see our Snowhawks on offense here shortly. Now the kickoff from Buffalo. Very good opening drive, took just over 4 minutes. I think that's Tremon Smith. Going to be stopped short of the 25. Big hit there on special teams. As we see there, Trey Lance earned the starting job. Expansion pick from Dallas. Competed there with Malik Willis and Bailey Zappe in the preseason. Ultimately won the job and was far and away the most talented of the bunch. And we'll see how he engineers this offense to start. Running a West Coast inside zone scheme here, using Miami's playbook. First one there, a short dump off for Darius. Brought him over from Kansas City in that expansion draft, as we did start with preseason rosters. So guys like Tony, Jahan Dotson, who you see at the bottom of the screen still from Washington, as we selected him. Now the first give, that's going to be Trey Benson, the rookie. So we did replace the Cardinals, and thus we kept their rookie class in this transition. So also Marvin Harrison Jr., a part of this expansion team. A huge get there from that Cardinals rookie class. Now a 3rd and 8 as they fake it. Trey Lance going down the field for Harrison, and they connect. Oh my goodness, I thought they connected. I'm not sure if Harrison just dropped it or if he didn't have a foot in, but that would have been a huge start, a huge kickoff to this new expansion team. As now Sipas on for the punt. Super anticlimactic there. Thought we had a huge hit as Sipas, a nice punt there, as that'll bounce down to the 25. Josh Allen back out there. Tremendous opening drive, albeit ending in just a field goal. But, you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to harness him at all here today. As Buffalo, a very strong start to this 2024 season. Again, Super Bowl aspirations. Probably the favorite there in the AFC East. As we're just about halfway through this first quarter. Another give for Ray Davis. So I'm not sure if James Cook is injured or not, as Davis takes that for 9-10 yards. Now at the 6-minute mark, officially halfway, or more than halfway through this first quarter. 3-0 Buffalo. Man in motion there. 4-man rush for Salt Lake City, and they're going to get home. That's Solomon Thomas. And Josh Allen could not break away. A few guys, one there up there on the defensive line. Dietrich Weiss Jr., who was actually cut from New England. He was a late addition to this expansion team. He beat his block. Solomon Thomas, like I said, the strength and the speed, we really like playing him mostly on the interior, but can also play, you know, at DN in your base. But he's added a lot of weight here in one of the later seasons of his NFL career. A big sack that time to set Buffalo back. Now they go play action here. Allen sets and throws, fires down the field, and had it in his hands, but knocked loose there. I think that was Jamal Adams making a big play against Amari Cooper, former opposition there in the SEC. 1 rep in LSU, one rep in Bama. Both also former top 10 NFL draft picks. Josh Allen now rolling against the blitz. Avonte Maddox almost got home, and a good defensive stand here. Although Thomas there looks to be a little shaken up, but I think he will be fine. So a tremendous defensive stand there, kind of got some pressure going, unlike the first drive where Allen was able to just get rid of the ball there in a couple seconds, had solid pass protection, as we will fair catch that and take over at the 38. Trey Lance back out there again. That big miss on that 3rd down heave with Marvin Harrison would have been the first completion in franchise history, also the first of Harrison's career, and it would have been nice to cap off this episode with that. So Trey Lance hit as he threw, absolutely demolished there by Ed Oliver. Tried to get the dump off there and could not, as it's now 2nd and 10. 1 yard so far for Salt Lake City. Kind of what you would expect from an expansion team. Trey Lance on the drop back, going to go there for Harrison Jr., I believe that was, as he was draped, but does hang on. That was Mo Ali Cox, our starting tight end from Indy. The first completion here goes for 5 yards. Now a 3rd and 5. Lance another quick one over the middle, and we did not get the forward progress there to Jahan Dotson. I thought for certain we did, and I would say go for it. But that is not how they're going to play it here at their own 48-yard line. So another 3 and out for this offense, and I think we got to stay patient. Probably going to see that a lot here as that one goes out at the 34. Now Buffalo back out there, less than 4 minutes here in the first. Now another quick hit, and that's kind of how he's been operating all day. That one for 8. Now 2nd and 2, and our team actually went 1-2 in the preseason. We won our first game against New Orleans by a touchdown, then lost by a touchdown, and then lost like 31-0 in our last preseason game. Allen, a little sidearm action, finds Amari Cooper. That time goes for 21, I believe. Allen now directly under center here in the I formation as they give back to Ray Davis. As he does work that one outside, finally brought down, but does get the first. And as I said, James Cook must be hurt if Ray Davis is out there every snap so far. First down at the 27. Play action there to Davis, going to swing this out. And a good stop there by the defense. That was Melton on the tackle, rookie corner out of Rutgers. And as I mentioned, we kept all the rookies from the Cardinals rookie class as they were the team we replaced. A good hit there by Duke Riley. As it's going to be 3rd and 8. Riley came over from Miami in the expansion draft. As the linebacking core pretty weak for us, but we're kind of standing pat here with Riley and Landon Roberts. And now 3rd and 8 at the 25. Now I'm just going to go quick one, and that's bottled up. Tremendous play out there on the swing as Anthony Nelson. And I'm not sure who else was over there to make that stop as we're going to force the field goal attempt. Now the kick is up. And that one looked good, and it is good as Buffalo doubles their lead. Still can't find the end zone, but up 6-0 now. Trey Lance trotting back out there. Let's see if we can get something going here. I don't think we've had a first down yet. 2 3-and-outs here to start this first quarter in this new expansion team's history. Now they kind of stack the line here as they go pitch for Trey Benson, trying to work it to the outside, and nothing doing there. Taken down for a loss. Now 2nd and 11. Lance out there empty. 5 receivers on the field, I believe, or 4 with that tight end. Lance going to scramble to the right, and he'll have to just throw that one away. Now 3rd and 11, and again going to go out there empty. This Buffalo defense just having their way. Going to try and set something up here, and that's not going to go for anything as Trey Benson does haul that one in, but no gain as Milano there to make the stop. And again, Salt Lake goes 3 and out. Fair caught at the 44. Buffalo in a good field position here to strike again, make it a 2-possession game. Quick one there from Allen as he finds his man there for 9. And that will take us into the second quarter. 6-0. Our defense has stood up quite well, all things considered. Kind of that bend but don't break mentality, but our offense can't even get a first down. And it might be a long day here in Buffalo, but it's good to see our defense playing physical, standing strong despite, going up against one of the most imposing quarterbacks in all of football. 114 yards to 11. And we really have to get something going offensively here to start the second quarter. Buffalo in Snowhawks territory. Allen, another quick one there as he finds Coleman for the first. Allen gives to Davis. He finds a nice lane, gets ahead for 7. Now 2nd and 3. And if you have any questions regarding how we assembled this expansion team, please let me know in the comments. And again, I really hope you stick around for this expansion team. It's really not about this first season. It's about this coming off season where we're going to have over $100 million in cap space to really sign some guys and put our touch on this team and kind of put the pieces in place to have more success down the road. Very excited for the draft as well, as you would have to expect we end up with more than likely a top 3 pick, but you would hope maybe even the first pick, as I don't expect us to win maybe more than 3 or 4 games this season. Now 2nd and 3, and we aren't going to watch every game. We'll probably watch, of course, this first one we had to tune into, and then maybe we'll watch another one towards the end of the year, as Josh Allen going to throw the touchdown there, and that's going to be the first of the season. The house call there for Dalton Kincaid. Left the game earlier on that injury timeout, comes back, already his 3rd or 4th catch. And you saw Darius Robinson kind of working there, but Allen already on his read, got rid of the ball as Jamal Adams gets beat. And Buffalo going to more than double their lead pending the extra point. Now Trey Lance back out there. It's been a frustrating day, kind of getting punished a little bit. Only 11 yards to show for it on 3 drives, as we have yet to pick up a first down. Man in motion, that's Harrison. They're going to fake the give to Benson. Lance really nothing doing, going to just dump it off. That is Trey Benson, 5 yards out of the backfield. Now 2nd and 5, halfway there. Benson the lone back. There's Harrison in motion. He will get it on the end around, on the reverse, only 1 yard. Got to try to get the ball to Harrison in some way, if not via the pass. Now 3rd and 4, let's get it here. Lance rolling out to his right, fires on the move, and he hits his man there. That's Kadarius Toney as we hook up for the biggest completion thus far. Moving the chains, our first down, as we're going to set up now at the 46. Good play there by Lance on the move. Kind of, worried when he kind of cocks like that and fires away on the move, but we do move the chains now at the 46. Some fresh life. Now first down. Delay give there for Benson. Let's see if he can get going. The rookie out of Florida State, 3 yards. As he'll take the snap. Sits in the pocket. Quick fire there towards the sideline. He has a man. That's Amir Abdullah, the veteran running back out of Nebraska there, as we selected him from Vegas. Good tandem behind Benson. We want Benson to be the feature back, but we have Jamal Williams, as he actually is out there right now. Quick dump off there for Harrison Jr., and that's going to move the chains for Jahan Dotson. Still got to get used to these numbers as we do move the chains. Dotson's first catch after being selected from Washington, and a promising drive now being put together by Lance and the Snowhawks. First and 10 at the 29. There's Harrison Jr. in motion as he goes wide. Lance now off the fake, finds Jahan Dotson as Dotson works inside the 5. A good pitch and catch there as Lance finding his rhythm. Dotson his second catch already on this drive, and that one puts us in scoring position as Lance definitely finding some composure now, setting in the pocket when he has protection, and we're moving it down the field. First and goal now at the 4. Very close to our first touchdown. We are going to fake it. Trey Lance rolling to his right, fires, and that one outside the corner of the end zone, as he's taking responsibility for that miss. And we'll try it again now. Second and goal. You need a touchdown here. You can't be kicking field goals against Buffalo on the road, already down 13. We'll give it to Trey Benson. He works ahead for a couple. Now third and goal at the 2. We have Jamal Williams out there with the fullback. Pretty much this goal line package. We do give it to Jamal Williams, and he's short. Oh, they say he crossed the plane, and that's going to go for the first touchdown in Salt Lake City Snowhawks history. Jamal Williams, the expansion pick from New Orleans, after he signed a decent contract there and didn't quite pan out as they had hoped. I'm not sure if this is going to stand, but for all intents and purposes, I absolutely hope it will. But the booth review now, and I think this one might be coming back. I really hope that if it does get reversed, they end up going for it. And yeah, that's super short. You could kind of tell in real time anyway. Is that knee very short? The ball never even crossed the plane to begin with, even if the knee wasn't down. So this is going to get overturned. So fourth and goal at the 1. And I'm so happy that we elect to play it aggressive. Going right back to it. I think Williams still out there with the fullback and 3 tight ends, as Williams sidesteps, dives in, and we'll do it again on the next try, adding a little comic effect there as Williams leaps ahead and finds the end zone again on back-to-back plays, but this one will stand as again Jamal Williams, the little leap there into the end zone, definitely fits the character. As Salt Lake City now going to kick the extra point, as we do get a touchdown here today. I thought it was going to be hard just to get a first down, and I'll certainly take a touchdown. 13-7 now, as we're about halfway through the first half. Josh Allen going back out there, 16 for 20. This dude is on pace to throw like 50 passes in this game, unless they can pull away. Hard to stop him, but it's good to see our offense counter back a little bit. Now 13-7, 5:09 remaining in the half. See how the defense can play this one out. Looks like we might have had holding there at right tackle against Weiss, but no call. We'll get the stop there on Allen. Now 2nd and 10 at the 30. Man in motion. Allen takes the snap. Quick one there for Amari Cooper. And now someone hurt there for Salt Lake City. It's going to take me a while to get used to all these numbers, and even the name Salt Lake City Snowhawks. That is kind of a mouthful. So 3rd and 5 now. Let's see if we can get the 3rd down stop. 6-point game here, week 1 in Buffalo. Allen steps up and he's intercepted. See if we can take it back. Intercepted as Allen. We got a little too presumptuous there, as that's Xavier Thomas, the rookie out of Clemson, not known, to be dropping back into coverage. And the rookie gets an interception before he gets a sack. And who would have called that one? Right to him, as he was just kind of helping out there to flat zone. Veered back there with the receiver. I think that was Cooper. We kind of undercut there. And look at the momentum swing for Salt Lake City. You get the touchdown, then you force the turnover. And now you're cooking a little bit. Trey Lance back out there. Good field position now at the 35. Bring out the I formation. As they do give it to Trey Benson. Hasn't really got going today. Kind of trying to break that one to the outside. Nothing doing. Lance on the drop back out from under center. Going to loop that over the top and almost had Harrison Jr. again. The young duo misses on what would be a nice connection in the passing game. I think Harrison's still without a catch to start his first NFL game now. A third down from the 35. Trey Lance, composure there in the pocket. Finds his man there at the sideline, hauled in there. And that's going to be Darius as he moves the chains again. Lance takes the snap. He will give there. Not sure why we're handing it off to Reiman. Trip Reiman, the rookie out of Illinois. And we do have him in a fullback slot. I didn't know that we were going to be handing it off to him, but what are you going to do? Just a new wrinkle in this playbook. Harrison now way backtracking. As Lance will just go underneath there for Reiman. And he's going to be stopped short of the first down. His first career catch, I believe that is Reiman. So he gets a carry, then he gets a catch. As it's 3rd and 1 at the 7. Big spot here just before the 2-minute warning as Lance takes the snap. Abdullah wide open, and we didn't find him. Abdullah is wide open there going into the end zone. But Trey Lance could not spot him. Taken down for the sack, holding his midsection. Hopefully nothing too serious as Daquan Jones, the seasoned veteran, gets home for the sack. And it is only a matter of time before Buffalo got one. Now that brings out Rodrigo Blankenship, trying to resurrect his career here with the Salt Lake City Snowhawks. Kick is up, and that one is good. Did that hit the upright and go in, or did my eyes deceive me again? It did go off the upright, and that's exactly what you would expect here from Salt Lake City, as it's now a 13-10 game. We don't quite take advantage of that turnover, but we still do get a field goal. Now 13-10, let's see if we can hang strong here to close out the half as Buffalo will take over. Good field position at the 35. 1:52 remaining. Plenty of time for Buffalo. A couple quick hits, and you're right down the field as that's going to do it right there. Just as I say it, Allen drops it right in the bucket there for Shakir, and Buffalo flips the field in just one flick of the wrist. Now Buffalo at the 31. Don't even have to use any timeouts. Don't even burn any clock. Allen on the drop back finds a man. And we will get the stop. That one's only going to go for 4. Allen on the drop back. Going to swing that out towards the sideline. And that gets him a few yards now. 3rd and 1. 3rd and short here at the 22. Even if you get a stop, I think Buffalo would still go for it. Allen spins off a tackle and then stopped behind the line. They try to go with the power run there with Allen. And he stopped behind the line now. 4th and 2. At the 24, and they will go for it. Bring out the heavy package, I formation. Allen directly under center. They're going to go toss. Ray Davis, and he just barely gets ahead. Duke Riley was there to make the stop, but Ray Davis fights ahead for the first. A big play there for Buffalo, as they will call their first timeout of the half. Now 56 seconds remaining. Buffalo at the 21, just outside the red zone. Allen going to scramble this time. Has a lot of room to run. Allen inside the 10, brought down as it'll be 1st and goal at the 8. Buffalo burns another timeout. A man in motion. Allen on the pass here. Pressure breaking in. Breaks the tackle. And then finally going to be brought down there. Back at the 20-yard line. Solomon Thomas gets home again. Joined there by Dietrich Weiss. As I mentioned, Weiss was cut after the preseason. I'm sorry, was that Xavier Thomas? That was Xavier Thomas, not Solomon Thomas. So not only did he have a interception earlier, Xavier Thomas, getting used to all these names, and now 12 seconds as Buffalo just lets a bunch of time run off the clock, as Allen does hook up with a man there, and the clock is still ticking. So they do call a timeout, and I would imagine here they do trot out the field goal unit to make it a 6-point lead as they do. 13-10 here, 4 seconds remaining. A chip shot here for Bass. As the kick is up, that one good. As now a 6-point lead for Buffalo, as Salt Lake City has put together a very formidable effort here in their first half of play in their existence against, as I mentioned earlier, a Super Bowl contender, a division favorite. As the offense will get out there for one more snap here to close out the half. Hopefully nothing goes haywire. As using this Miami playbook, obviously a lot of motion. As Lance will just swing that out. He's intercepted. And what did I just say? Hopefully nothing goes haywire. And Trey Lance picked off for the pick 6. I don't know why we're going aggressive there. And passing it. Micah Hyde sitting underneath there. Gets a present. Trey Lance, just switched his read real quick. Going to the sideline there for Ali Cox. I don't know what the purpose of that. Because even if you do get Ali Cox there at the sideline, it's not like anything productive is going to come of it. It's the last play of the half. He's not going to just bounce it for 80 yards up the field. As that is quite the damper on that first half. Spirits were just pretty high. And then that turnover to end the half is just super detrimental. And definitely flips the momentum in a huge way. You go down 16-10 at the half. That's a big win if you're the Snowhawks. But instead, that bad mistake by Trey Lance kind of flips the game. Now we will get some updates around the league here in Week 1 as Pittsburgh leads 14-3 there. Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins making their first starts with their new franchises. Minnesota at New York. As you see there, the Giants leading 21-10 as Daniel Jones outplaying Sam Darnold right now. Also James Conner there. 4 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown as he was selected there by the Giants in our dispersal draft as we were forming this expansion team. Now Kyler Murray there now with the Titans as he was selected by them in the dispersal draft. 14-14 there at Chicago. A very, hectic Week 1. We do get our first touchdown, but also the first pick 6 thrown in this series. Hopefully not the first of many, but we might need to get used to that in this year 1 season as Buffalo leading 23-10 as we're going to go ahead and sim this next quarter of play. We do get the ball, so that's something, a positive note, to take into the third quarter now. As Smith another return. Stop there at the 25-26. Trey Lance back out there, ended the first half with a pick 6. That was just an absolute horrid way to end it. But you can make it a little bit more right if you lead a scoring drive here to start the second half. 2 tight end set here for the Snowhawks to start. We'll send Harrison out in motion. Kind of open there on that side of the field, but the delay kind of slowed it up. As Lance will just drop that underneath, and that goes for 6. Now 2nd and 4. Lance out there empty. As he does take the snap, sits in the pocket, throws, and that's over the hands of either Ali Cox or Harrison, as it's now 3rd and 4. Definitely don't want a 3 and out to start. Got to just start moving the chains consistently. Lance throws that one for Mo Ali Cox. The veteran tight end hangs on for a first down. There's Tony now in motion, as he will get the call there and just dump it off for him. Tony only going to pick up 5. 2nd and 5 now at just about midfield for Salt Lake City, as they'll go back to Dotson this time, and that's not going to get anything. But it actually did get 2 yards, so 3rd and 3. Benson the single back here, as they will give it to him 3rd and short, and Micah Hyde again making a huge play. Had that pick 6, now a huge run stop. No gain there from Benson. Has had a rough day there for the rookie running back. Micah Hyde untouched, just breaks in. Tremendous timing, instincts on that one. So 4th and 3, we're going to have to punt here at midfield, as Aaron Cepas does get that one off. Not a far one. We do get the bounce there at the 25, and it will go down to the 12 for a 38-yard net, as we're just about 3 minutes into this second half of play. Josh Allen 21 out of 26 there in the first half. He put together like a full game stat line in just 1 half of play. I wonder what he's going to do here, as Buffalo does have a 13-point lead, so you might see them rely on the running game a little bit more, but not on this play, as Allen is passed there off the back of Darius Weiss Jr. dropping back into coverage for whatever reason, as that was kind of uncanny from Allen. Now 2nd and 10. Allen in the pocket, going to fire a quick one, and that one at the feet. As we do get another break there on the incompletion, as it will now be 3rd and 10. Buffalo deep in their own territory. Having a punt from back here would be nice for the field position battle. As Allen, a quick one there towards the sideline, finds his man, but short. As they are going to force the 3 and out, as both sides are going to trade 3 and outs here to start the second half. Amari Cooper has been pretty busy here. That will just be fair caught at the 34. As the Salt Lake City offense back out there. 3 and out to start the half, but we did have some promise in the first half. But that pick 6 really just going to haunt my dreams here tonight. And probably the dreams or nightmares of Trey Lance. Another give here for Benson. Still trying to establish the run. As this time he does work through first contact at 6. 2nd and 4, just 142 yards of total offense for Salt Lake City. As Mo Ali Cox there in motion. Another give for Benson. Gets ahead for 2. Salt Lake at the 41. We'll give to Abdullah for the first time. And the veteran just barely gets the forward progress for the first. Fresh to the downs now at the 44. Lance on the drop back. Quick one there as he finds Tony. That one for 5. 2nd and 5 now at the 49. Bringing out a heavy set here. Benson the back. Harrison does get it though from his motion, and Harrison gonna break that. Harrison still going. A 51-yard house call for Marvin Harrison Jr. And it's not by way of pass, but instead off a give, as the rookie from Ohio State gonna be a key piece here for our expansion franchise. And just using that speed, you're not gonna catch him, as we have struggled to get the ball to him through the pass, but this time we just give it to him directly. And he takes that for the score. Salt Lake City back in it. Down 7 now. 6 with the extra point. As Blankenship gets that one up. And that one is good. As it's now a 6-point game here in Buffalo. 5-play, 67-yard drive with that explosive play to Marvin Harrison Jr. Buffalo now on the return. As we're just about halfway through this third quarter. Josh Allen now going back out there trying to answer after Marvin Harrison Jr. taking matters into his own hands. And so Allen still with the lead. And, you know, you take away that pick 6, and Salt Lake City is winning this football game. Allen on the drop back. A quick one there to the sideline. Finds Cooper. And he'll be brought down after getting the first. Allen now under center. Fresh set of downs for Buffalo. And we'll drop back a quick one there, as that was wrapped up pretty quickly, only 2. Now 5 minutes left in the third. Allen again under center. Is he going to fake on the drop back, or the give? Throw the quick one there to Cooper. And Jones, a very good play. The rookie there, one of the rookie corners, Jones and Melton. Starting here for Salt Lake. Now 3rd and 8. Stop here would be huge for the Snowhawks. Allen, time in the pocket, throws over the middle, and that's caught. Great catch there, hung on through contact. I want to say that's Shakir, as it was a great catch there. Samuel chipping it up now as Salt Lake City still in this football game, and that one a big time catch from Shakir, moving the chains as he keep the punt team off the field, and instead you're in Salt Lake City territory as we head towards the final few minutes of this third quarter. Man in motion there for Buffalo. Allen on the drop back. And so Fire finds his man Cooper there now at the 30. Josh Allen up to 255 passing yards. Buffalo another fresh set of downs. Cooper there in motion. Goes from the backfield out wide now. As Allen hits his spot. And that'll go for 7. Now 2nd and 3 at the 22. As Ray Davis motions now out wide. Allen out there empty. Quick one there for Davis. He finds the rookie as Davis took 2 big shots there. Bounced off the first one. And then Landon Roberts able to finish him off. As it's now another fresh set now inside the red zone for Buffalo as they look to extend this lead. Davis again going to motion out wide there. Man on man. Allen on the drop back going to fire here near sideline. Finds Amari Cooper. And that's going to be the touchdown as Buffalo does extend their lead. Josh Allen, another passing touchdown as Cooper has had a big week 1. And I mean, I have to give my hats off to our defense. Despite going up against the overpowering unit, we've really held our own, but Josh Allen just too good. These receivers just a little too good for what we're working with. As Cooper dancing it up right now as Buffalo now going to be up 30-17. Strike that. They're actually going to go for 2 here to make it an even 14 points. So 29-17. Allen out there empty. Buffalo going for 2. A quick one there as they do get the 2-point conversion. That went to Dalton Kincaid as it's now 31-17. Buffalo now over 300 yards of total offense. As Salt Lake now faces a 14-point deficit. 2:21 remaining in the third. Trey Lance a quick one there. As he will get that to Marvin Harrison Jr. Now that'll get 6. And make it 2nd and 4. Let's just hand it off to Harrison every single play. How about that? That's directly under center. Goes to Benson, finds a lane. And so he'll get the 1st and 5. Now coming out with the fullback there, Reiman leading the charge. They do give to Jamal Williams just his 2nd carry. So work that outside. Now up to silent. Jamal Williams works that into Buffalo territory. That one for 27 as our our first touchdown. And I think probably our longest gain on the ground. Jamal Williams making an impact when it counts. 1st and 10 now at the 24. Lance out there empty. And let's just dump that off for Trey Benson trying to make something happen. Trey Benson works inside the 10. That one for 16. Now 1st and goal at the 8. Salt Lake City again. A promising job. They'll go back to Benson as he'll work that ahead for 5. Benson just 23 yards on 10 carries, but the later stages of the game he has gotten going a little bit better, as that will take us into the 4th quarter. 31-17. Salt Lake City on the doorstep of getting back into this one. Down 2 touchdowns, but like I said, a few yards away from cutting this deficit in half. A promising opening game for our expansion team, the Salt Lake City Snowhawks, as it's probably going to be a long season for us, but hopefully you'll stick around for the ride, as will I. Just, we got to look ahead to the offseason, the next 2 off seasons really, as we kind of build the foundation of this team. But you got to start somewhere, as Trey Lance working this to the left, trying to avoid pressure on the move, and he fires that to Kadarius Toney for the passing touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd or 4th catch, all pretty much big ones, either moving the chains or this one for the touchdown, as he's riding the pony into the end zone. Trey Lance has been very good on the move. Not what I really expected in this one, as we do live up to the billing and cut this deficit in half, pending the Blankenship extra point. As that kick up, and it is good. 31-24. Now our defense has to get a stop. Now as we're early on in this 4th quarter, another touchdown here from Buffalo. Kind of not really seals the deal, but definitely gives you some insurance and makes you feel a lot more comfortable as you head towards the end. Allen on the drop back. Plenty of time to throw. Going to chuck this down the field, and he has a man over the top. As another deep strike here from Buffalo. And that one not what we needed. A dagger. KJ Hamler showcasing that world-class speed. A reserve guy in this Buffalo receiving core, but probably the fastest of them all, just getting vertically down the field. As I'm not sure, we had Jamal Adams there trying to help over the top. Not sure who that corner was, though. Maybe one, I think that might have been Jones, one of the rookies. Not an easy test here going up against Josh Allen, Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman. As again, Buffalo answers right back. Just one play, 62 yards. And for Trey Lance and the offense, you have to feel good about what just happened your last time out, although not so much about what happened on defense. I was kind of just unraveling on defense here in the 4th quarter, as we'll give Harrison another touch here, and that time he'll get 6. And I'm not sure if I'm good, just going all pro default sliders here for these slow sims. If you have a recommendation for maybe like a slider set, or if it is good just to use the base all pro settings, as Harrison is target over the middle draped, and that's going to go incomplete. No penalties in this game, I don't think either, so I might have to mess with the penalty sliders a little bit just to get some in here, as Trey Lance on 3rd down going to be sacked, as Milano shot out of a cannon as he gets home to the quarterback. Lance kind of throwing the body a little bit there post play against Ed Oliver. Probably not a matchup you want to force yourself into, as now we do have to punt here early on in the 4th. That one is going to bounce, and that'll go for a 38-yard net. And now the Bills seemingly have this game all but wrapped up. You would think here maybe they start going to the run, as they will go Ray Davis. He'll get ahead for 5. Although Allen, his X factor there, as he's heating up, what is that, 3 or 4 touchdown passes now for Josh Allen. Tremendous start for his MVP candidacy. Going to dump that off. Good play there. Good diagnosis, good angle on that one. 3 touchdown passes, 348 yards for Josh Allen. Buffalo up big time. Now 3rd and 4. Allen on the drop back. Solomon Thomas broke in and was being pressured there as well off the edge, as Allen does have to get rid of that one. So the defense does force the stop, which you do like to see. Still kind of on life support. We still have a chance, although it will take a good effort here to rewrite a 14-point deficit. Punt off there. I think that's Dotson, as he'll be wrapped up immediately. And Trey Lance and the offense. Another chance here, taking over at the 15. Although we have the majority of the field to work through. Now less than 10 minutes left in this one. Harrison again there in motion. As Lance will give to Benson, trying to bust it outside. Poor vision that time, wrapped up after a 3-yard loss. Now 2nd and 13, just making it a little more difficult for us, although Lance finds a man over the middle. That's Dotson for 6. Now 3rd and 7, and I wonder if you go for it here on 4th down. If it were me, I would, even though you're so deep. As Lance going to take a deep shot here for Harrison. And that one almost picked off. Knocked down. I like to see Lance being a little aggressive there, trying to get your #1 guy involved, as he was covered well there by Rasul Douglas. And we are just going to punt here as we go 3 and out. A chance to kind of get our way back in it. And Cepas on for another punt. That one did not look like the best, but it goes for 34. Now Josh Allen right back out there. 31 out of 40. 348 passing. 3 touchdowns. Had that interception. A monster game here to start his season. And hopefully you have him on your fantasy team. Also, congrats to those who won their fantasy championships. I won one of my leagues by like 3 points. The dude had Jawan Jennings there on the last game. Needed 20. Came up just short. As now Allen rolling out. Fires on the move. Has a man underneath Amari Cooper, racking up some more yardage. That one for 28. But I ended up winning one of my leagues. In my other league, I was also in the championship game, but I lost by like 10 points, even though I had no Hurts, no Chris Godwin, no Eckler, no another injury as well. So I was kind of bare there, as we do get our first flag of the game. Ended up losing that one by just 10 points. Still dropped 170 and still lost. I needed Kittle to outscore Amon-Ra St. Brown in that last game, although they pretty much ended even. So came in 2nd in one, came in 1st in the other. And it's been years since I've won a fantasy championship, so that certainly feels good. But now on to our next mission, as it is mission win a Super Bowl here with our Salt Lake City Snowhawks. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal, as we're just over 7 minutes remaining in the game. Allen on the fake, going to fire into the end zone. Thought Cooper would haul that one in, as that one skips to the turf. Now 7:02, 3rd and goal at the 4. Hopefully we can prevent another touchdown here, just to keep some respectability here on the scoreboard. But they are going to get the quick hit. Cooper gets it that time. And I said earlier, the point spread was 20 points plus 20 Salt Lake. And now Buffalo is covering that, as Allen, his 4th touchdown. And what a premier performance from one of the game's best, albeit against probably the worst team pound for pound in the league. Now 45-24 game. This one has really gotten away from us, but I'm still surprised at what we've been able to output on offense. There have been some things, some positive notes here, some things to be encouraged about, as Lance another drop back has Reiman there over the middle, as that moves the chains. 1st down at the 41, and I think I am going to decrease the quarter length. I had it at 12 minutes here. Reiman another catch there underneath for 8. I had it at 12 minutes here, but I think I'm going to decrease it to 11 and see how that goes. And again, if you have some slider sets that you recommend for slow sim, definitely let me know. But until further notice, probably just going to rock with all pros. Harrison Jr. Grab there, as he'll pick up 19. It's been good to see Marvin Harrison Jr. kind of have some big moments in this opening game, albeit a big losing effort. Lance trying to work around the pocket. This one's just going to keep it now, as he has plenty of room to run. Now slides down at the 10. That's going to go for a 23-yard scamper. 1st down, Salt Lake City now in the red zone. And we'll go, thought they were going to pitch, go with Harrison instead. Interesting play design there, albeit a 3-yard loss. As the clock now going to continue to drip down, just over 4 minutes remaining in this first game ever for our Salt Lake City Snowhawks. Lance going to try and set up a screen there, as Abdullah breaks off a couple tackles, although just 1 yard despite a tough run for Amir Abdullah there on the screen. As now it'll be 3rd and 12 at the 12. Lance from directly under center. And they're in motion. That's Dotson. As they go play action for Benson. Lance over the middle, and it's intercepted. I think he tried to get Tony, maybe even Harrison there in the back of the end zone, just trying to force the issue at this point. You know, what do you have to lose? As Rasul Douglas hauls an interception. The West Virginia product, as Buffalo going to get out of here with a win. If you didn't know already, you know now. And it's his 2nd interception, but this one I don't mind, you know. You're down late in the 4th quarter. Try to just make something happen. But that one at the end of the half was just inexcusable, as that added a touchdown for Buffalo. Run there for Ray Davis, taking down. Good run stop from Duke Riley. As we're still playing hard here, we're not giving up despite the 3-score deficit. Now less than 3 minutes as Buffalo is starting to chew the clock. And they will give it to Davis. Good tackle that time by Solomon Thomas, as it will bring up a 3rd and 5. Buffalo needs to call another play here before the 2-minute warning. As Allen takes the snap, going to try and roll out, and he'll be sacked. And we love to see our guys getting home. That's Dietrich Weiss, formerly of the New England Patriots, but now of our Salt Lake City Snowhawks. And I don't know if he had a half sack earlier, but either way, the first sack of his tenure here with Salt Lake, as Josh Allen kind of rolled right into him there off that edge. And it's a 45-24 game, 2 minutes remaining. And I think we actually will throw Malik Willis out there for this final drive and see what he can do. Jahan Dotson there on the return, nothing doing. And I actually messed up trying to switch it, so we actually have Lance out here for one more play. And they will give him a drop back. Goes through his reads, fires towards the sideline, that one for 4. It actually will not let me leave the sim here, so I guess we actually just have to roll with Lance the rest of the way, kind of rack up the numbers. Reiman has made a few big catches in this one. That time bounces off a tackle, still continues after the catch. And the rookie tight end, a very good game, very impressive. Now Salt Lake at the 35, another one there for Reiman, and he hangs on through another big hit. That one for 8. Lance moving the ball well here towards the end of the game. Putting together a strong effort, you know, just got to keep building. As that one just a slight misfire of Harrison Jr. on the out. As that one goes incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. I think I saw only 2 third down conversions for Buffalo, so they're moving the ball in the early downs. And it's now 3rd and 2 on the drop back. Going to roll to the right, throws, and just gets rid of that one. And Salt Lake City will go for it. 1:30 remaining and miss it here. And that's it. Fake there to Benson. Lance rolls to his left and fires towards the end zone. And that's caught at the 1-yard line by Jahan Dotson. Trey Lance making some moves there with his feet. And he finds a man downfield. The improvisation has definitely been there in this week 1 start. Now here at the goal line, let's see what he does. Rolls to the left, fires there for the end zone. That's Reiman, the standout tight end. What a performance there from our rookie, as he's now up to 5-6 catches in his debut. Tip Reiman, I want to say the 3rd round pick out of Illinois, is making a huge impact late in this game. And now Buffalo does come out in the victory formation. And as I said, I think 45-31, a little absurd of a score. So I think we will decrease the quarter length going into the next game. But we're going to fall here at Buffalo in the first game of this Salt Lake City Snowhawks franchise, expansion franchise, as we do have a lot of room to grow and a long way to get there. But we will continue to build this team. Of course, I'm just looking ahead, looking forward to the offseason to come, as I'm going to take one more kneel down here. And our Salt Lake City Snowhawks now 0-1 in our franchise history. We're not going to go 100%, as Buffalo now 1-0 on the season, as they come out and make a statement. The defense could have probably played a little bit better, but I'm very pleased overall with our team. I know 45 points a lot to give up, but on defense only gave up 5 touchdowns to Josh Allen, which I don't think is the worst, as our defense, you know, I think a 71-73 overall, as I mentioned earlier. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. It was a fun first game, a lot of exciting plays despite the big loss, and I invite you to stick around for this expansion franchise. If you're into Madden, if you're into team building, if you're just into franchise in general, I think you'll have a good time with me here in this series. So subscribe. I would really appreciate that greatly. and I highly recommend. Let me know what you think of this series, of this game, and maybe some things I can do different. But as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.